Well, as we entered the final week of September, we were talking about the first named storm of the season, Storm Abigail. Now that we have entered the month of October, it looks as if we've got another fairly substantial area of low pressure. No name given to this, but certainly it will pack a punch, particularly so across the central portion of Scotland through tomorrow morning's rush hour. Thanks for clicking on to the Sunday afternoon edition of Vogan's European Outlook. A fairly deep area of low pressure uh, is now pushing into the British Isles. The main area of the main core of strongest winds remain well out over the Atlantic at this moment in time, but it's the leading cold front that we're seeing at this moment crossing the UK slowly but surely, bringing strong, gusty, southerly winds in some places. Some other places, in fact, really seeing very little in the way of wind. But the rain will progress eastwards through the course of today. It's not until tonight after dark that probably we'll start to see the winds really strengthening from a west to northwesterly direction as the centre of low pressure makes its closest approach to the British Isles here. So by the time we reach the rush hour tomorrow morning, we're going to be talking about gale force winds through the central belt of Scotland. I think the strongest winds, in fact, could be through the southern highlands into the central lowlands and the southern uplands, as well as the north of England here during the day tomorrow morning. Pressure within this low down to close to 970 millibars. So a fairly tightly packed area of low pressure. And of course, we're pretty much in the strongest winds on the southern flank of the low itself. You notice here as we start to push later in the day on Monday, the strongest winds transfer to the north. Looks as if Orkney and Shetland could really get a battering here with severe gale force winds, potentially storm force winds. Wouldn't be surprised, in fact, if we see 80-mile-an-hour gusts on west facing coasts and upslopes of Orkney from this system as we go later in the day on Monday here. So it will be a kind of classic autumn day of wind and rain, scattered showers as well, brightening up as the system starts to pull away, and then you'll start to feel a cool down with the northwesterly wind starting to pick up and drag in colder air from the north here. So certainly will be a fairly wet, windy, gusty, fairly chilly next 36-hour period across the British Isles before we start to see things clearing out. Short and sweet today. Hope you have a great Sunday afternoon. I'll be back in the next couple of days. Bye for now.